I'm joined today with Stephen Ainsworth from Turner Townsend. Stephen is a principal consultant for ComDP. Before we dive in, Stephen, can you explain exactly what that means and the scope of your role?
Yeah, certainly. So the principal consultant role within ComDP. So ComDP is the commercial delivery partner. So that consists of supporting the MOD across all commercial activities. So we support the MOD from anywhere across the Army, Navy, Air, Strategic Command, Head Office. Really exciting role, and that can be cradle to grave. So supporting them from requirements through to supplier management, through to logistics, right the way through.
So you've had a really interesting career so far, Stephen, working in various different sectors and roles. What ultimately led you to Turner Townsend?
So I came to Turner Townsend mainly for the challenge and the opportunity to growth. So I've worked across manufacturing, NHS, automotive. I then got into defence, where I worked on surface ships and submarines, including the Dreadnought programme and the nuclear deterrent. And it was all really, really exciting. But I got to a point in my career where I thought, well, I'd like to expand again and have an opportunity to kind of work into many different sectors. And I came across Turner Townsend, where they were offering the opportunity to work within the MOD and provide them with that commercial, procurement and supply chain support, which actually gave me the ability to use my skill sets and actually provide some change, which is something which has always been very, very important and something I really want to do within the MOD. Not only that, within Turner Townsend, we're very, very keen on applying what we've learned to different sectors. So yes, we're applying it now within the MOD, but we'd really like to apply it across other sectors as well. So, you know, I've got the opportunity to apply this across the Ministry of Justice, the Department of Education, but also the opportunity to go into the more commercial markets. So we're looking to work with other defence primes and go from there.
So you've obviously worked in various different in-house roles within different sectors. Now, for anybody watching this, how would you say it kind of differs working for a management consultancy firm like Turner Townsend to working in an in-house procurement or supply chain role?
So the benefits of working within a management consultancy role give you the ability to really grow and expand what you're doing and really give you the chance to apply some change. So I've worked in many roles within the industry, within defence and automotive, and sometimes I felt quite constrained at what I can do. Within Turner Townsend, we're very much about the people and that opportunity. So previously in roles, you may be placed in quite a constrained role description and you're forced just to do a day-to-day task. But here at Turner Townsend, it's about going out, you're helping that customer or client, but also what we want you to do is to come to us, to the customer, with ideas and apply what you know, what you've learned to kind of grow and provide more opportunities for yourself and for us. And that's what makes a difference. Previously in other roles I've had, you know, when I've had a good opportunity or a good idea, that opportunity, I haven't been able to apply that, and this is what we can do.
Fantastic. And can you tell us about some of the exciting projects you've worked on so far? How long have you been here, Stephen, out of interest?
So I've been here since May 2022.
Okay.
You know, one of the key things I'm working for at the moment is down at Naval Command, down in Portsmouth. What can I talk about? So I work within the Navy X programme. It's a fantastic opportunity I've got down there, working with some really interesting products, kind of autonomous boats, anywhere from drones to kind of commercial satellites doing amazing things that you can't necessarily talk about. So it's really interesting. And I think one of the most interesting and key things to talk about is the support you're giving to the stakeholders. There are some key people within there, so military personnel, civil servants, kind of project managers, engineers, commercial individuals who are looking for opportunities where you can help them kind of really make their projects come to life, and that's what we help them do. You know, they're low on resource, some of their skill sets, they haven't had the opportunity to grow and develop, and that's what we can do. Anywhere from requirements development, supporting business cases, help with financing. And also, it's really exciting. I've gone down to see these products and really understand what's going on. And that is just my commission work. I also have the opportunity to support Turner Townsend and what they're doing. So that includes running the ComDP team, so that commercial delivery partner team, and actually getting involved in some of that strategic work, along with a couple of my senior leadership team colleagues, And that's, for me, from a growth perspective, that's what I was looking for. And that's what Turner Townsend have given me, and that's something I couldn't have got in previous roles. So there, our team has grown from 2 individuals last year. We're currently at 20, looking to expand to 35 and more. And again, like I said before, that's because the opportunities within the market for varied resource that Turner and Townsend are putting in is unbelievable at the moment. And, it's just a very, very exciting time.
And how would you describe the culture at Turner and Townsend?
The culture is fantastic. It's very different. I would say I come from organisations where I would call it quite archaic. I've been probably managed by very good managers and leaders, but there's always been a ceiling. So no matter how hard you try or how good you are, you're probably blocked in your progression. Here they operate at a very different way, where if you are performing well, you're not blocked in your progression. We operate a very flat structure. So, if I perform well, I can get promoted, I have new opportunities. That's not the way we work. We manage each other in more of a pastoral way. So you're supported as a team member, a team lead, not so much on, a manager managing an individual and telling them what to do. And from a kind of cultural point of view in regards to social, we always catch up, we always go out. If we come up in London, we always go out for team meetings and team drinks and events, which is really, really good. Something which quite often in other companies, as soon as there is any type of, should we say, financial crisis, that's cut off. And the big thing about Turner Townsend is because it's about that social aspect. And for us as a team, we're such a varied team. So we've got people from, public sector backgrounds, defence backgrounds, automotive, everywhere. And it's very important we all talk to each other. So although people may be off on a commission on their own or in a small team, we always make sure we communicate and share ideas. And I think that's the really, really good thing.
Fantastic, and really well articulated there. What I really like about Turner and Townsend, and what I've seen in the people that certainly we've helped to introduce to Turner and Townsend, is if they kind of get it from day one, and they get what Turner and Townsend is all about, it can be a really meritocratic environment. You're almost driving your own destiny, and
Correct.
You can unlock your own career progression and earning potential. Would you echo that?
Yes, totally. That's exactly what we're about. So, for instance, in our team at the moment, we've got to a point where we've become a reasonably sized team, and we've got the opportunity to set our own destiny. So we are now there to set our own strategy, to set our own kind of performance targets, our own training targets. So we've said to the team, right, it is down to you to help support that. So we know what the business is looking for. We're going to kind of pull that down, and how we can apply that. And already we've got people, from the junior grades right up to the senior grades who are, getting in there by themselves, proactively choosing to do additional tasks for the company and kind of push forward and gain those additional skills. And also, there's opportunities from other parts of the business. We've got real estate and infrastructure. And the idea is, every now and again, you may get an email that says, can somebody support on a bid, which is nothing to do with defence. But we're very much as a team to say, okay, if you'd like experience in that, put your name down. If you can support that and manage your time, we're absolutely good for that, because it just brings additional support to our team as we grow and go forward.
And what does 2023 look like for you and your team, Stephen?
So 2023 brings, substantial growth for our team. I think we're, a team of hopefully 35 by May. We're planning to really push that defence market as we go out and support our stakeholders there. We'd really like to kind of get to know them even better and understand what they want, so we can improve how they work and how they operate. We're continually looking to recruit. I'd really like to focus on some of those junior roles, because we believe we can kind of grow and develop those roles for not just for the customer, but for Turner and Townsend and for those individuals out there. I think there's a real opportunity there. I think quite often when people look at a consulting role, there's an assumption that you have to have X many years experience and you'll just be doing presentations and giving a report. Our roles are very different. It's all about, you're advising a customer, but you're also providing delivery. So within 2023, we'll be working for a customer, but also delivering something, which is something quite rare in consultancy. So you'll always have something on your CV to show what you've earned and delivered.
What kind of personalities do you think would do well in Turner and Townsend, or have you seen do well? I mean, in terms of the behavioural competencies and the functional competencies, of course, what do you look for in people applying?
So obviously we look for people who are willing to be open and engage. I think we're actually looking for a broad range of personalities. We like to mix the teams up a bit, and I think that's the best thing about it. So, no personalities are really discredited. When we interview, we look at people's behaviours, and we look at where they work, and we try and mix and match the team about, and who will be supported by the best customers, the best team, and who will be developed. And I think that's the key thing. Quite often in previous roles, where we've done interviews in previous organisations, people have discounted individuals. I don't think they're the right behaviours, the right fit. Well, that's not necessarily the right thing. You have to find people the right way to grow and develop, because some of the individuals may be very technical, have fantastic SME experience. We've got some individuals who are particularly good in kind of PCR regulations and legal information, who may not be that good in that stakeholder engagement piece. So we kind of match them up with somebody else who's got that engagement experience to support them, and that's how we want to grow and develop the team.
I think for some people watching this as well, they might have the kind of legacy concept about working at a management consultancy, which is that you're going to be traveling all the time, you're going to be having overnight stays, you're going to spend loads of time away from home, and perhaps people with families or other commitments, they might then discount themselves. How would you describe the office policy? I mean, where are you guys based, and how much time do you and your team spend in the office versus working from home versus working on client site?
So I'll give you my example. So I've got a young family, 2 boys. They keep me very, very busy, 10 and 7. So I live down near Chichester, so that's on the south coast. I'm about an hour and 20 minutes on the train from our London office. What we try and do is go there every Monday. We feel that's really important because it's about that engagement piece and getting to know the team. We're very relaxed about kind of coming together in that respect. We travel off peak because it suits people in regards to rail fares and things like that. It's about getting together. And then, my commission, for instance, is down in Portsmouth, which again is only 40 minutes on the train for me. So we like to say to people, kind of count 3 days within an office, but actually I may only spend 1 day in Portsmouth and 1 day in London, and the rest will be working at home. Other individuals within our team will spend actually a few more days in London because they live in London, so they come into the office because they want that engagement with the team, especially some of the younger members. So we're really flexible, and it's all about that delivery piece and that agreement with your kind of MOD customer. And lots of the MOD customers are working in a hybrid way as well, and they're looking for delivery again as well, and that's what it's all about.
Fantastic. Obviously the word sustainability is high on many businesses' agenda in this day and age, and rightly so. What is Turner and Townsend doing around sustainability?
So I know particularly for our project, so actually we record, it's a simple thing, our mileage and the way we travel. So I travel train everywhere in regards to sustainability and environmental and about what we do. Even down to the point where we place people on our commissions, they're placed as close as they can to their home environment in that respect. In regards to sustainability kind of as a whole of the project, you're working with an MOD and a government customer anyway, and we're very much supporting what they do actually from a sustainability and a social value point of view. So, we push and support them and what they're doing.
Fantastic. Can you talk us through some success stories and what maybe a career path or a day in the life might look like for someone joining at, say, consultant level?
So I mean, success stories for such a new team to grow from 2 to 20 in kind of under 12 months is phenomenal, and it's actually testament to what we do, because the customer is contacting us to say, well, can we have more of your team, especially from the London team. For Turner Townsend, they've even said, we'd like to focus in the occupier team, which is where the London-based team, to provide support. A day in the life, maybe I wake up on a Monday for me, I will travel up to London, where I will have my MOD laptop and I will support and do meetings there, but I'll also have my Turner and Townsend work. And that day for me is really good because you're engaging with other people and you're learning and experiencing other people's MOD roles. So you're asking questions, whether it be from problems they're having and helping them find solutions, gaining experience from different MOD customers and clients, and then we'll have a team meeting and we'll go through what's going on within Turner Townsend and how it can grow and expand, and then we'll all go out for a drink, and actually that's really good as well to kind of develop. And then kind of the next day I would go down to Portsmouth, and again I go down to Portsmouth and the kind of Navy commercial team, they're really friendly, really welcoming to kind of work and engage with you and support what they're doing, and that's like another totally different role as well. And I think the important thing is the variety you get. Quite often in previous kind of procurement and supply chain roles I've been in, it can be very repetitive, and that's something I've always wanted to steer away from, and now you don't get that. And within 12 months, which is on average how long a TOF we call or a commission may last, I could be put into a totally different part of the MOD, so it could be air or Stratcom, and I'll be doing something totally different within that commercial and procurement space. And there's no other roles I know where you could just be moved into something totally again and have that brand new line of opportunity and experience. So I think that's what's fantastic for us. Like I say, the benefit and the success stories is just the growth of the team is fantastic, and the way the customer wants us to develop and grow. We've actually had 2 promotions within the team from people who have been here within 9 months, from junior to consultant and consultant to junior, which has been fantastic. And that's come through kind of feedback from our mod customer, but also some of the work they've done for Turner and Townsend. So it just shows, quite often when I go into companies, they're often like, well, you've got to wait 12 or 2 years before you go for any type of promotion. No, the opportunities and the benefits were seen in those individuals, so it was put forward that yes, they can have a promotion, which is fantastic, and it even surprised me.